Celebration partner Johnny Walker, Refreshing Mixer. Co-partner Tata Group. Associate partner Ad County Media. Supporting partner Titan. Knowledge partner Lodestar UM. Print media partner HT Media. And web media partners Ad Gully, Bollywood Hangama, Manifest, Media Brief, Media News for You, MXM India and India Television.
आज हम 10 किलोमीटर की चढ़ाई नहीं करते, घर के काम में समझौता भी नहीं करते, फसल की चिंता भी नहीं करते और आज जब हमें प्यास लगती है तो हम अपने आप से झूठ भी नहीं बोलते।
Titan supports Himutan Spring Shed Management Initiative, where women across 60 villages in Uttarakhand's Tehri district have constructed trenches to raise groundwater levels.
I hope you're ready, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin the show, it's time to have all eyes on the screen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A louder one. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Angela Rebello, and I welcome all of you to the 11th edition of the IAA Leadership Awards. Well, let me again start by saying I'm your host, Angela, and it is truly an honor to be amongst the top leaders of the country, top marketers of the country. We are here tonight to celebrate each one of you. You know, it is you who has not just kept up with some crazy times that has happened over the year, but you have danced through it with grace and style. For that, please join me in giving all the leaders in the house a big round of applause, please. On that note, it's time to officially begin, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's be honest. Being a leader today isn't for the faint of heart. It is a wild ride, and our leaders have been that reliable compass who not only steer the ship and keep everyone on course, but also find a way even when things get choppy. It is you who see opportunity in every challenge and the silver lining instead of the dark cloud. And you do it all while keeping your teams energized, inspired, and motivated. A tricky, complex balancing act. Indeed, you are the real-life superheroes, minus the capes, in your saris and suits, in which, by the way, all of you are looking absolutely amazing and gorgeous. So first of all, let's once again have a huge round of applause for all of you in the house here, appreciating each other with a big smile. Thank you so much. And we're here, navigating through twists and turns of what has gone by the past year with a flair. Welcome, everyone. Let's make this an unforgettable night filled with inspiration, stories of valor, and moments to remember. And now to officially welcome you all and start this evening, join me in welcoming him with a huge round of applause, a leader, Mr. Avinash Pandey, President, IAA India Chapter. Welcome to you.
Well, this is such an important day for all of us at IAA. 11th year, we are still not teenager. So good evening, friends. This is a very special day for all of us, a day when we celebrate excellence in marketing and salute all those marketeers who have excelled in this year and the year that was. It's also an evening to celebrate some very distinguished people in our industry and induct one exceptional person sitting amongst us into the IAA Hall of Fame. IAA hai, somebody was asking me, when did you join IAA? And it was, at one point of time, very elitist body in India, considered about some 15, 20 people used to sit on the board. Thanks to Mr. Swami, who actually democratized it long back, and later on led to the IAA Leadership Award. IAA has always felt that advertising begins with the advertisers who owns the brand and invest in it and gives the all-important brief to the agencies. What happens after that is actually the one which sustains our industry. And that's why these awards are so important to all of us. We have a wonderful jury headed by none other than Nadir sir, Nadir Godrej, and chairperson Nandini Dias, who has been relentlessly taking it ahead year after year. And without further ado, I would like to thank all our supporters, sponsors, and each and every one of you who are present in the audience today. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much. Joining us next on stage is someone who has led this evening and brought it to fruition for yet another year. And she's here to talk to us more about it. So please, with a big round of applause, welcome on stage Nandini Dias, Chairperson, IAA Leadership Awards 2024.
Esteemed members of the jury, my fellow members of the International Advertising Association, captains of industry, and friends, a really warm welcome to you all. The slightly scary part for me on an evening like this is not that I have to stand here and speak, but the very high probability that by the time I finish deciding what I'm going to speak about, the world would have changed completely. Because nothing around us is a steady matter. Business models are tossing and turning, markets are constantly changing, and new sectors are sprouting up every day. Change, ladies and gentlemen, used to be a constant. But now we're living in a world where change must be instant. And as we look at our workplaces, at our younger generation, at the turbulent pockets of our economies, at the ebb and flow of corporate and business dynamics, it is evident that the greatest leadership skill out there is not to simply cling onto this roller coaster and hang in there, but to pivot, evolve, and stay ahead at every twist and turn. The I Leadership Award is a platform to appreciate and respect precisely that. Leadership of all colors, all shapes, and all sizes, in all its volatile, ever-changing forms. Because the truth is this, Leadership is not a designation, it's an act. It's not a noun, it's a verb, and a very active verb. And the super fuel that powers this action in our generation is technology. Never before has a man-made invention had as much impact on every human being in every part of the planet as technology has had on our lives today. So deep and permanent has been this influence that we are constantly having to invent new words to capture it. That is why, to me, these leadership awards are bravery awards, intelligence awards, foresight awards, creative awards, adventure awards, social awards, all rolled into one. The integrity and purity of the IAA Leadership Awards are underlined by the fact that they cannot be entered, and let me repeat that, saying they cannot be entered by any individual or organization. Performances are identified and studied through an exhaustive scan and search process of over 2,000 companies across 15 categories. The honorary organization would have excelled far beyond the basic criteria of market share, CAGR, quarter-to-quarter growth, advertising to sales ratio, etc., etc. It would have also performed well in company credit ratings on the stock market, brand health scores, momentum scores, and the all-important environmental, social, and governance ESG scores. Our knowledge partner, Lodestar who's here, pulls together exhaustive data from numerous sources and on a simple prompt from the jury moves faster than any AI tool to provide a new, fresh perspective as the need may be. And today, as we wade into this tidal wave of change that awaits us, I'm proud to say that our Leadership Award has been and will be a significant marker of time through a generation that will change the way we all live our lives from now on. But this evening is all about celebrating and recognizing the minds that are leading this journey for the entire human race. What we browse, who we tag, why we upload, how our virtual behavior influences our real behavior, the minds that study, harness, and evolve this new world are all here in this room. And it's time to raise a toast and recognize the future. So guys and girls, fasten your seatbelt or whatever they are called in the new metaverse, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's officially time to ask all of you, are we ready for this evening? Oh my God, not with that energy. Come on, are we ready for this evening? Yes. Fantastic. All right, on that note, the IAA Leadership Awards reviews countless organizations that have shown unparalleled growth. These organizations and brands have been pillars of the economy in the year gone by, and with a jury process as rigorous as ma'am mentioned, the jury had their work cut out for them. So before we proceed to the awards, let's have a look at the industry stalwarts who came together from length and breadth of the country to help determine the winners for tonight. Let's have a look at the jury AV.
There was a wide diversity in the jury, and we could bring up many different aspects from time to time, which helped us make decisions not entirely on the numbers, but taking qualitative factors into account as well.
I was privileged to be part of this panel to select 15 winners out of 150 companies who are presented. I must also mention our job was made a little easy. The way data was presented by Nandini and then the team put together the data and brought all the analysis forward. That thing was extremely helpful, made the job easy.
My overall experience has been really good. As a jury, we spend a lot of time debating growth versus size. You know, somebody who's an incumbent, it's been there for many years, they continue to have good growth versus a new upstart who has just shaken the market in their category. Who do we reward more? So there was a very good, rigorous discussion.
The kind of conversations and discussions that we have, I think out of the 15 or 16 categories that we had this year, there was active discussions across 7 of them, which meant that, you know, various jury members' points of view were incorporated. And the fact that the database is there for us to make a change, you know, real time and still be able to view this is something that's very, very commendable.
We had several parameters at which we were judging these entries. I also appreciated the fact that for each of these parameters, there was a discussion around what should be the weightages around them. So really that robustness of getting the data, getting the right weightages, and also the robustness of ensuring it was a third-party data. So it's not internal data, it's not comparing apples to oranges.
It was wonderful interacting and deliberating with my fellow jury members and industry leaders over the various award categories. Some categories were very hotly debated, and thanks to industry expertise of jury members, that finally helped us to reach consensus and decide the awards.
When we think of India as being one of the fastest growing economies, you don't realize that there are so many sub-segments and there are companies which are doing stellar work in each one of these segments. I think the participation of the jury was personally a wonderful experience for me.
The level of information that was available, whether it was in terms of growth of companies, size of companies, delta growth, it was so quantitative that it was very impressive. Talking to different sets of people who are not from the same industry, looking at different categories and different companies and looking at what makes them so great.
We had a great all CEO and diverse jury. We looked at variables which were quantitative variables, qualitative variables, and we will identify that one company which will be finally awarded. So the kind of involvement that the jury had made the whole process really enriching.
Extremely good collaboration.
Amazing work.
That robustness.
Invigorating.
High impact winners.
So great.
Wonderful.
Terrific.
It is now time to hear from our jury chairperson, someone who leads one of India's largest conglomerates with interest in consumer goods, real estate, agriculture, among the others. Chairman and Managing Director of Godrej Industries Limited and Chairman of Godrej Agrovet Limited. So you'll have to wait for me to give it up. You know, I know every year Sir comes on stage and I'm like kind of reading it, but Sir, it is truly an honor to always have you here. Once again, please give it up for Sir in the house. Well, he holds an MSc in Chemical Engineering from Stanford University and an MBA from Harvard Business School. He has been instrumental in developing the animal feed, agricultural inputs, and chemical businesses with the Godrej Group and is deeply committed to the company's good and green initiatives. A passionate advocate for sustainability, Mr. Godrej has received numerous accolades, including the Chevalier de Légion d'Honneur and several Lifetime Achievement Awards. He is also known for his love for poetry, having authored collections in English and French. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, with a big round of applause, please welcome our jury chairperson, Mr. Nader Godrej, Chairman and Managing Director, Godrej Industries Limited, and Chairperson, Godrej Agrovet Limited.
Avinash Pandey, Nandini Dias, esteemed members of the jury, members of IAA, and all the award winners. For every athlete, we should cheer, especially in an Olympic year. Many award winners won the race after setting a blistering pace. We are here for a long distance run. We'll face the challenge and still have fun. Sitius, Altius, Fortius is the call that will help to guide us all. Even if our path gets longer, we should go higher, faster, stronger. Let's follow the motto to the letter, but also try and do it better. There are many benefits we can see with an emphasis on ESG. Saving the planet has a cost, but if we are smart, nothing's lost. So while we decarbonize, why not also monetize? So never fall for either or. Our hearts and minds demand much more. Through action and advocacy, we can help all humanity. The vision that we should now share is a brave new world, both green and fair. The environment isn't all. On society, let's take a call. Throughout the chain, let's keep in sight every person's human right. It's business as usual, not bravery, to end child labor and slavery. And in all businesses, we should see the broadest reach of diversity. Not only is it fair and right, it would give us the best insight. Since life is full of many hard knocks, we need to think out of the box. Diversity is the perfect aid when we are required to wade through troubled waters or quagmires. Unusual thought is what inspires. We should be the trendsetter, be faster, higher, stronger, better. The world now is changing fast. Nothing is quite like the past. Climate change impacts us all. Are we headed for a fall? Social media links us all. It helps us rise, but may cause a fall. It should help for unity, but divisions are what we see. Biases are amplified. Different groups tend to divide. The world is now polarized. No middle ground seems to be prized. What you learn from these rhymes is that we live in interesting times. It could be fun. It could be worse. Interesting times is a Chinese curse. There are many challenges we'll have to face, but let's do it with good grace. Now, I'm sure that you will find, if you keep good values in mind, along with collaborative themes, respectful teamwork always seems a balanced way to proceed. The secret sauce that we need. If we listen well, collaborate, our future will be truly great. Thank you.
Mr. Nader Godrej, may I request you to please join us back on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening just got interesting with that rhyme. Yeah, wasn't that just amazing? Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Well, do stay back with us. I'd also like to request Ms. Nandini Dias and Mr. Avinash Pandey to please present a small token of our gratitude to our jury members. Yes. Also requesting Ms. Gitika Mehta, Managing Director, Nivea India, to join us on stage. Mr. Neeraj Roy, Founder and Managing Director, Hangama Digital Media Entertainment Limited, to please join us on stage. Mr. Sandeep Rai, Chief Executive Officer, Sesa Care Private Limited, and Mr. Devendra Chawla, MD and CEO, Green Cell Mobility. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big round of applause as they grace us. Give it up one more time. Thank you so much to our jury and our presenters for joining us. And now, before we begin the awards this evening, let us hear it once again for our partners. Celebration partner, Johnny Walker Refreshing Mixer. Co-partner, Tata Group. Associate partner, Ad County Media. Supporting partner, Titan. Knowledge partner, Lodestar UM. Web media partners, Ad Gully, Bollywood Hangama, Manifest, Media Brief, Media News for You, MXM India, and Indian Television, and print media partner, HT Media. This evening, we honor the exceptional accomplishments of the marketers of the year from various industry segments. Their innovative strategies and steadfast dedication have not only transformed their organizations, but have also contributed significantly to our nation's growth. We'll also recognize the trailblazers in media and advertising who have led their teams to remarkable achievements. And of course, we'll induct our 11th member into the esteemed IAA Hall of Fame. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to present the first set of awards this evening, I'd like to welcome Mr. P.D. Singh, eminent banker and former CEO, JP Morgan Chase Bank, to please join us. Ms. Neena Dasgupta, CEO and Director, Salt Inc., and Mr. Raj Nayak, past President, IAA India Chapter, and Founder and Managing Director, House of Cheer Networks Private Limited. Give it up for them. Please join us. Requesting you to please take the center stage. Center? Yeah, thank you. You'll be presenting our first set of awards for the evening, giving away our first 2 awards. Our first category is considered as a cornerstone of innovation and consumer engagement. It looks at everything from everyday essentials to gourmet delights, making every day a celebration of flavors, cultures, and memories to cherish. In a country as diverse as us, the marketers need to constantly adapt, innovate, and delight consumers. An inseparable part of our lives, this brand continues to grow in the challenging FMCG market, having doubled its rural footprint in the past 5 years. That is contributing a quarter to the company's traditional trade revenue. They have achieved an impressive 20% incremental growth in the year gone by. So, let us have a look.
The Marketer of the Year, FMCG Food is Nitin Saini, Vice President Marketing, Mondelez India Foods Private Limited.
Making every occasion sweet, please welcome our winners with a huge round of applause. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Requesting to stay back. Thank you and congratulations. From food, it is time to move to beverages. This category looks at brands from refreshing beverages to energizing drinks to elixirs that have been delighting our taste buds and satisfying our thirst for variety. Our winner has given us Wings, right? And themselves this year with a 28% growth and 29% CAGR. Now, let us have a look.
The Marketer of the Year, FMCG Beverages is Sunil Dhar, Chief Executive Officer, Red Bull India Private Limited.
Giving us wings. Let us hear a huge round of applause for Red Bull. Congratulations and thank you to our presenters for joining us. Thank you. And now to present our next set of awards, please welcome Ms. Gitika Mehta, Jury Member and Managing Director, Nivea India, Mr. Alok Jalan, IAA Mancom Member and Managing Director, Lakshya Media Group, and Mr. Sandeep Sharma, Senior General Manager, West DIGO. Give it up for them, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be presenting our next two awards. Our next category is transforming the landscape of education. EdTech companies are reshaping how we learn and access knowledge by bridging the gap between technology and education. They're empowering students, educators, and institutions to reach new heights. This award celebrates a company that withstood the post-pandemic turbulence of parents shifting back to brick and mortar. And as other EdTech companies face challenges, they seized the opportunity to expand and has one of the highest stickiness in 2023. Let us have a look at the winner.
The Marketer of the Year EdTech is Vinay Pradhan, Country Manager and Senior Director, India and South Asia, Udemy.
Let us hear a huge round of applause for our winner from Udemy. Congratulations. Congratulations once again. Our next category is a cornerstone of personal and family mobility. This award recognizes the exceptional marketer who have driven the evolution of passenger vehicles, blending innovation with consumer insights to create compelling automotive experiences. Our winner in this category has had the highest incremental growth and incremental market share in the four-wheeler auto category. And their growth hasn't come from just launching a new vehicle, but from growing respect and traction of the existing brands. A true blue Indian company. Let us have a look at the winner.
The Marketer of the Year Auto Passenger Vehicles is Vijay Ram Nakra, President Auto Sector, Mahindra and Mahindra Limited.
Let us hear a huge round of applause for our winner from Mahindra and Mahindra.
Sorry, I don't intend to come here and make a speech, but I just thought many of us come up here as leaders to receive these awards, and it really wouldn't be fair for us to walk up here and take these awards without recognizing the people in our organizations, the advertising agencies, and our customers who really make us proud. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, and thank you to our presenters for joining us. At the IAA Leadership Awards, IAA identifies one leader who transcends categories and sectors and has made an outstanding contribution to business and industry, globally and within India, children, the environment, and society at large. The Business Leader of the Year invariably inspires and creates a ripple effect. To present the Business Leader of the Year award, please join me in welcoming on stage our jury chair, Mr. Nader Godrej, Chairman and Managing Director, Godrej Industries Limited, and Chairperson, Godrej Agrovet Limited. Mr. Avinash Pandey, President, IAA India Chapter. And Ms. Nandini Dyers, Chairperson, IAA Leadership Awards 2024. Our next award recognizes the exceptional visionaries steering their organizations towards success. These leaders have not only driven growth within their companies, but have also made significant contributions to their industries and communities. The winner this evening has earned numerous honors and accolades and made meaningful contributions to social causes. As chairperson of HCL Tech, she has expanded the company's global footprint, solidifying its position as India's third largest IT services provider. Her focus on operational efficiency and innovation has been pivotal in driving growth. She embodies a people-first philosophy, fostering and nurturing an inclusive work environment. As chairperson of HCL Tech's CSR Board Committee, she has amplified the impact of company's social initiatives. Beyond HCL Tech, she is a trustee of the Shiv Nadar Foundation, which supports education, art, and culture with a significant investment. Passionate about wildlife and conservation, she founded the Habitats Trust in 2018 and leads the Aquapreneur Innovation Initiative, supporting water-focused entrepreneurs. Now, she has been listed among Forbes' World's 100 Most Powerful Women and serves on various boards. In 2024, she was honored the France's highest civilian distinction, Chevalier Legion Honor. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to officially take a look at the winner.
The IAA Business Leader of the Year is Roshni Nadar Malhotra from HCL Technologies.
Ladies and gentlemen, a louder round of applause for Roshni Nadar Malhotra. May I kindly request Avinash sir to please read the citation.
The India chapter of the International Advertising Association is proud to recognize Roshni Nadar Malhotra, the IAA Business Leader of the Year 2024, for her visionary leadership in shaping the future of technology at HCL Technologies, for spearheading initiatives that have driven innovations and digital transformation on a global scale, for her profound commitment to corporate social responsibility, making a lasting impact on communities around us, for her exceptional work in advancing education and empowering the next generation, for fostering a culture of inclusivity and diversity, setting a benchmark in corporate ethics, for her relentless pursuit to the excellence, elevating an Indian enterprise to an international acclaim. Thank you.
Indeed, such an honor for all of us. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Roshni Nadir Malhotra. On that note, Nandini requests you to please stay back. And thank you so much to our presenters for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this honor to the jury chair, to the jury, to IAA. You know, I've read the past recipients of this particular category, so it's truly humbling to be recognized and be a part of that company. Right before I came up, you know, Avinash just said to me, if you see the recent interviews of Amitabh Bachchan, he has this award behind him all the time. And then Nandini goes, and Ranveer Singh carries it everywhere. So I am very happy to be in all this company. But thank you so much. You know, for me, just being the chair of HCL Tech and being able to lead this remarkable organization is truly such a privilege. And I couldn't do it without our phenomenal leadership and management. And yeah, I stand on the shoulders of giants. So thank you. Thank you.
Truly so incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, Nandini, please join me. We're going to have a beautiful chat, ladies and gentlemen. So much to take away from this evening.
Roshni, a big congratulations once again. You know, tech touches everyone today, right? At a business level and personal level. So lots of questions. I'm sure you get on tech and some from us too today. A bit of context, so question. See, according to Economic Times, India accounts for about 50% of the world's global capability centers. And most of the Fortune 1000 companies have their GCCs here. And this has, in a way, given us a huge equity over time. With hyper-automation, with generative AI, I think the widespread prediction is that many centers will face price-value challenges. In fact, ICICI Securities have said that 48% of GCCs are planning to reduce their headcount. I mean, how are technology companies viewing this? What new skills or aspects are being developed to, in a way, keep India ahead of the value food chain?
So I think, firstly, why are there so many GCCs coming to India is because I think we all globally recognize that India is the tech talent and the tech hub of the world. And, you know, also in that number, if there are global organizations that strive for diversity, we are also the highest producer of women in STEM talent in the world. Unfortunately, if you look at some of the data, it's declining, but it's still the largest number in the world. As far as hyper-automation and Gen AI is concerned, I think, you know, what you said in your introduction, which was man-made technology, the operative word there is actually man-made. So while I think that there will be some jobs which will go through a certain evolution, in the world of Gen AI, I think there will be new jobs which will get created. So there is, if you're thinking that they will be reducing headcount, it's perhaps for a certain segment of jobs, but that doesn't necessarily mean that overall that opportunity is going to come down. In fact, I think it's going to grow. And these inflection points in technology have been a part of our evolution time and again. I mean, you know, back in the 70s, you know, when the calculator came, everybody was so scared that why would kids need to learn math? And then we sort of evolved a system of using them. cut to a few generations later, and you had the search engine. And everybody was like, oh my God, now if you can get all the information online, how would people consume and access information? And I think there was a certain evolution that took place. Then came, the iPods. Remember those? And then, of course, iPhone, and everything went on your fingertips. And I think it evolved a certain consumer. Similarly, I think that now with Gen AI, and you yourself said that it's impacting the individual much more at the moment. It's the way we are using it and interacting it in all walks of life. And we're also figuring out a way to evolve around it. So I do think that there will be a certain evolution of jobs, and sometimes the skills take a while to catch up. I mean, our educational institutions also have a lot of catching up to do. But skills around data engineering, skills around cybersecurity, skills around just IoT, and very specific skills and will have to be evolved. And organizations do a lot of upskilling, but it's going to have to be educational institutions upwards, if India has to stay ahead. Yeah.
No, I mean, if 50% of the GCCs are housed here, we definitely need to do and evolve much faster. In fact, that leads me to the second question. India fell behind in the semiconductor chips race. And almost every electronic item that you have needs a chip, right? In the semiconductor, I mean, speed matters, quick R&D, partnering with academia, support from government, all is needed. It's really vital. The Prime Minister during India Techade, which happened this March, laid down a vision for chips for Viksit Bharat. I mean, HCL is the largest semiconductor company in the country. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that. But so how are you seeing HCL play, the semiconductor and the chips game, and how does India play in the growth story?
So of course, in the universe of HCL, we do a lot more on semiconductor design and actually working with organizations all over the world. I was in Taiwan last year, and I spent about a week there, and I was speaking to a lot of leaders and meeting a lot of companies. And we see the might of Taiwan today as it stands. But, I was talking to one of the chairmans, and he said that, but it took Taiwan 40 years to get here. And it wasn't just this, and so much of it had to do with just the way skills evolved. So just as you said that, I think that we have a lot of catching up to do. Luckily, technology will shrink that time of catching up. But again, investment in R&D, investment in skills, it just can't be, spearheaded by industry. Significant investments are needed in R&D, and that's in institutions, at the government level, much more. Because if you look at, I sit on the Dean's Advisory Council at MIT Engineering, and we have our own engineering colleges in India. Even today, the majority of students, engineering students, are actually opting for computer science. But for semiconductor design, you need students opting for very different streams of engineering. So it requires a significant amount of investment, of creating intellectual capital, faculty, R&D, to create that workforce also, of that caliber. Yeah.
Okay, if you go onto the HCL website, one can see that HCL actually has 2,000 patents driving innovation, which, as per you, are the top 2 innovation that you think will propel HCL. And just so that we get the tech part of it, if it can be explained in really layman language, so that we all understand the bigness of it.
Okay, so firstly, I am not an engineer, so I am a layman. Okay, so
that is
completely. I can't really share those patents with you because a lot of those are projects that we do
I
for our
tried.
customers. So they're in our secure centers. But something a little not as techy, but I think looking at the way India is evolving, it's very important to understand how the talent landscape is evolving. So if we were to rewind back, prior to 2020, so pre-COVID, you had a lot of talent in your big cities. So, even the GCCs today, but even all of us IT services companies all together, you had centers in Bangalore, you had centers in Chennai, Pune, Hyderabad, Noida, big cities. And I think the evolution that has happened after COVID is that a lot of talent has actually moved back to tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities, wherever they come from. We all together are struggling with getting people back to work at all times, and a lot of people actually work remotely. Subsequently, cities have also just gotten that much more expensive to live in. So design thinking the talent landscape and design thinking where people are going to come from and how they're going to work is something that, you can't not talk about it. So I think we only talk about it in numbers because you talk about it like these many people are not coming and what is the productivity and what is the Gen AI. But as long as you're dependent on people to do work and, and that skill is evolving, where they deliver from also matters. So I think design thinking, the way people work in organizations, looking at tier 2 or tier 3 cities, I mean, one of the things that we did 2018 onwards was we opened 4 campuses in tier 2 cities. So we have a campus in Lucknow, in Madurai, in Vijayawada, and in Nagpur. And today, we have much higher attendance in those campuses than we do in the prime. We also have much better diversity ratios in those campuses because it's safer for women, they're closer to work, it's easier to do night shifts, it's more flexibility. So I think that looking at that is an innovation that has truly propelled HCL. It really has. We've got each of these centers is north of 10,000 people, and we're an overall population of 220,000 employees. So the more these grow, I think you will be able to access talent much closer to where they are.
That's wonderful. Okay, considering this is Leadership Awards, let me ask you a question on just leadership. The landscape of leadership has evolved significantly in the last 15 years, right? Earlier, leaders were focused on growth, returns. They maintained a steady, top-down approach where control was key. And employees were just often grateful to have a job, to be employed. Yeah, today leadership, besides growth, I mean, growth is this, they have to navigate whole rapid changes, focus on purpose, address talent shortage, prioritize diversity inclusion, foster open communication, empowerment initiatives, etc., etc. This is so much more than what is. The change in leadership style in a founder-driven organization is even tougher, right? Because, I mean, it's a founder, you had your father who's it. Tell us about your experience and just the fun and games while you were doing the transition.
There were no fun and games in that transition. But I mean, again, I think I have to give full credit to Shiv because, and that's my father, I just refer to him in first name, but but yeah, I call him daddy. It's not that I call him Shiv. But I think the evolution of the preparedness of leadership transition in HCL probably started almost 15 years prior, because when HCL Tech was listed and founded, Shiv was the CEO. And within 3 or 4 years, he already transitioned himself out of the CEO position And then we had, and since then till now, we've had 3 CEO transitions. We've had 2 CFO transitions. So I think just maturing an organization to have those transitions is it in itself pretty phenomenal. It prepares the board very differently. And when he transitioned out from the role of chair to myself, I had already been on the board since 2013, and I'd been at HCL since 2008. And when he transitioned out of the role of chair, he really transitioned out of HCL Tech. So I got appointed chair, and he also left the board. So I think that is, I guess, a mark of a mature organization, and hopefully of trust, to leave it in our hands.
So not sure how many of you know that Roshni actually majored in communication with a focus on TV, radio, and film. I know you yet feel passionate because you are producing content yet. What cross-sectorial possibilities are you seeing between the new tech trends and the information, communication, and entertainment, what we call an ICE industry? And are there any patents in the ICE industry which we can all
I'm sure there
into?
are. I'm sure there are. No, I think it's a lot of the trends in this particular area is again to do with a lot of the companies today, I guess in India also, looking at their data, and data around consumer consumption, data around content, data around usability, how people are consuming. Are they consuming on their devices, or are they consuming on different platforms? I'm sure that I'm not part of that industry. I stopped being in film very long time ago. But I think that all those have a huge impact on technology. I think, technology has a big role to play in their data strategy and in their data infrastructure. And in fact, from our universities, they are one of the largest employers of really top tech talent, because they need really bright people to look at data analytics and stuff like that they're going to need as they evolve their own platforms.
So last question, and we will, any advice, this is, they're all leaders sitting in, you one business leader of the year, to the men, to the women, any advice that you would like to give them?
No. I am not giving anybody any advice. Have a little faith in young daughters. They're not too bad.
So thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Business Leader of the Year, Roshni Narayana Malhotra. Thank you very much. Oh, that was wonderful.
A fantastic end to this conversation with a standing ovation. That was indeed lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you loved that conversation. Please give them a big round of applause one more time. And now, to present our next set of awards, please welcome Mr. Sandeep Rai, Jury Member and Chief Executive Officer, Sesa Care Private Limited, Mr. Janak Sarda, IAA Mancom Member and Director, Blue Logic Systems, Ms. Nupur Borvankar, Regional Head, People Function, Titan. Please join us on stage. Thank you for gracing us. Well, you'll be presenting the next 2 awards. Our next award spotlights the trailblazers behind India's dynamic two-wheeler sector. These innovators have reimagined the riding experience, delivering cutting-edge and stylish mobility solutions from scooters to motorcycles and even e-bikes. Their contributions have redefined transportation, enhancing how we travel and elevating the everyday freedom. Our winner ranks among the top brands in the category and has an impressive year last year with 6 product launches and a focus on network upgrade and customer satisfaction. As a leader in this category with a market share of 31%, they are scaling new heights. Now, let us have a look at the winner.
The marketer of the year, Auto Two-Wheelers is Ranjivjit Singh, Chief Business Officer, India Business Unit, Hero Motocorp Limited.
Let us have a huge round of applause for our winner from Hero Motocorp. Congratulations! Once again, give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, this is a sector which in the next 5 years is expected to grow by 3.5 times, from 7,000 crore in 2022 to 25,000 crore in 2027. Our winner in this category has onboarded 55 million new users in 2023 with a total base of 21 crore gamers. Yes, 72% of their gamers are beyond the tier 1 and tier 2 cities. They have captured our imagination and driven the growth of the online gaming industry, setting new standards for excitement and interaction, with growth of 40% in unique visitors, as well as growth in market share. Ladies and gentlemen, let us have a look at the winner.
The marketer of the year gaming is Vikrant Mudlia, Chief Marketing Officer, Dream 11.
Let us hear it for our winner from Dream 11. Thank you so much and congratulations to our winners. Thank you, presenters, for joining us here. And now to present our next set of awards, please welcome Mr. Devendra Chawla, jury member and MD and CEO, Green Cell Mobility, along with Mr. Mitrajit Bhattacharya, IAA Mancom member and founder and president, the Horologist, and Mr. Kumar Saurav, co-founder, Chief Strategy Officer at County. Please join us. Now give it up for our presenters as well. Thank you for joining us. Our next category recognizes the marketers who have excelled in promoting products that stand the test of time. They have crafted impactful campaigns and strategies for essential goods, from home appliances to electronics, driving brand success and customer engagement. Our winner strengthened the mid to high-end product lineups, driving volumes and standing tall in a highly competitive market with the highest growth of 12% in this category. Let us have a look.
The Marketer of the Year Consumer Durables is Anuj Sharma, Chief Marketing Officer, Xiaomi Technology India Private Limited.
Let us have a huge round of applause for our winner, Xiaomi. Congratulations. With over 435 million registered users, the winner in our next category has also successfully digitized over 35 million offline merchants spread across Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4 cities and beyond. Covering 99% of PIN codes in the country, the company holds a market share of 46.3%. They have made digital transactions seamless and accessible. Their efforts have significantly advanced the adoption of UPI, reshaping how people manage and move their money. With an accelerated delta growth and exceptional advertising to sales ratio, it's now time to take a look at the winner.
The Marketer of the Year UPI is PhonePe.
Let us have a huge round of applause for our winner, PhonePe. Congratulations, and thank you, presenters, for joining us here. And now, to present our next set of awards, I'd like to welcome on stage Mr. Abhishek Karnani, Vice President, IAA India Chapter and President, Free Press Journal Group. Hello. Along with Mr. Pradeep Dwivedi, IAA Mancom member and Group CEO, Eros Media World PLC, and Mr. Kaushik Roy, Past President, IAA India Chapter and Director, Imagination Works. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Thank you for joining us. You will be presenting our next two awards. Our next award is for one of our leaders of the year. This category looks at those who, with their exceptional leadership, data-driven insights, and ability to adapt to ever-changing consumer behavior, have elevated the industry standards and set new benchmarks for success. Planning and executing many campaigns like the winning ones we have seen tonight. Let us have a look at the winner.
The IAA Media Agency Head of the Year is Naveen Khemka from Essence Mediacom.
Part of Group M and WPP, driving data and impact. Let us one more time hear a big round of applause for Naveen Khemka, our Media Agency Leader of the Year. Congratulations. And now on to our next leader. In the world of advertising and marketing, visionary leadership in creative agencies drives innovation and sets the stage for groundbreaking campaigns. This category celebrates the exceptional individuals who lead with creativity, inspire their teams, and shape the future of the industry. The Creative Agency Leader of the Year is recognized for their strategic brilliance, innovative thinking, and ability to turn bold ideas into impactful results. Let us have a look at the winner.
The IAA Creative Agency Head of the Year is Hepzibah Pathak from Ogilvy, India.
Ogilvy India's Executive Chairperson, Hepzibah, has been with the agency since 1997 and is now at the helm of the mega creative giant. Let us hear a huge round of applause for her. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations once again, and thank you, presenters, for joining us. I like that. Good. And now to present the next set of awards, please welcome Miss Megha Tata, immediate past president, IAA India chapter. Hello. Mr. Partha Sinha, IAA Mancom member and president, the Times of India Group. Mr. Raj Nayak, past president, IAA India chapter and founder and managing director, House of Cheer Networks Private Limited. Thank you for joining us, and you'll be presenting the next two awards. Ladies and gentlemen, our next category celebrates champions of creativity, imagination, and storytelling prowess. This category recognizes digital-first brands in the OTT space that are leading the way and setting new benchmarks in content consumption, keeping us all hooked to our screens, having the largest user database in India, approximately 476 million users with a whooping 49% average unique monthly viewers and an average view time of 800 minutes. Let us have a look at the winner.
The Marketer of the Year, Media and Entertainment is Mansha Tandon, Head of Marketing, YouTube India.
Pioneers of digital content and on-ground experiences like the recently concluded Mega YouTube Fan Fest. Please welcome our winner with a huge round of applause. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Well, they're not present here. With that, we move to our next award. Well, from entertainment to online shopping, it is time to look at our next category. Re-looking at the way we shop, connect, and conduct business online. We recognize those who have made significant strides in this frontier. With beauty, fashion, and everything pretty, our winner expanded its footprint to international markets, reporting a 24% year-on-year rise in revenue from operations and nearly 3x jump in net profit with a 39% CAGR. Let us have a look at the winner.
The Marketer of the Year, E-Commerce is Falguni Nair, Executive Chairperson and Managing Director and CEO, Nykaa.
Let's hear it for the fashion first, Nykaa! Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Congratulations to our winner, and thank you to the presenters for joining us here. Thank you. And now to present our next award, a very special one. Let me invite on stage Mr. Avinash Pandey, President IAA India Chapter, along with Ms. Nandini Dias, Chairperson IAA Leadership Awards 2024, Mr. Neeraj Roy, Jury Member and Founder and Managing Director, Hungama Digital Media Entertainment Limited. A very warm welcome once again. Now, through the evening, we have spoken about brands and marketers who have redefined and made a mark, but at the core of a lot of these marketing strategies is the impact that is made by not just the face, but the extension of the persona they carry. They play a pivotal role in shaping perceptions and driving engagements. Their ability to connect with audiences, amplify brand messages, and elevate brand identities sets them apart as true influencers. And joining us on stage now is someone who had her first brand deal before she even debuted. Yes, that is the charm and charisma she carries, representing Indian and international brands alike. Now, let us have a look at the winner.
The IAA Brand Endorser of the Year is Ananya Pandey.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the fabulous Ananya Pandey. Congratulations. With that, I request Ananya to stay back and Mr. Neeraj Roy to stay back. All right. And thank you to our presenters for joining us here. Ananya, all right. So before we start this, may I have some words from you? Please give it up for her one more time. She's looking absolutely stunning.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much firstly to the jury and the IAA Awards. This is a very unique award and the first time I'm winning something that has leadership in the title. So I'm very honored. And this wouldn't be possible without my team that fights for me every single day and supports me. And yeah, I'm just feeling happy and excited and grateful.
Thank you so much. And now over to both of you to have a wonderful conversation.
Good evening, Ananya.
Hello.
My name is Neeraj Roy. I'm past president of the IAA and a managing committee member. And on behalf of IAA, once again, welcome.
Thank you so much.
I've been given this task to talk to you about. I think there was already reference that even before, I think you started your career, first film was in 2019, Student of the Year 2. But even prior to that, you had already started building your social media community. I'm told there are about, 26 brands currently under your belt, roundabout, across some 8 odd categories. I think talk to us first, if you can, because you're really representative of that generation to whom it's a digital native, digital first. You are connecting also with the young Indian mindset. And most of us here as marketeers, people running businesses, what is it that you learned in your initial journey of building your social media community?
I think what I thought of when I started out has actually stayed pretty much the same through my career. It's very short career so far, but it's always been about being myself. I know it sounds very, very generic, but it really holds true to how I conduct myself. For example, the very first brand that I signed before I signed my film was Lakme. And it's a brand that I'm still associated with. So it's been 6+ years that I've been with Lakme, because I truly feel that it connects with who I am as a person. And I remember when I was younger, I used to watch these Lakme ads of, Lisa Hayden and all these actresses, and they were throwing these like fruits on each other, and it really stayed back in my memory, and it really represented beauty to me in a very diverse way, and a very real human way, and I liked that about Lakme. So it felt like a very unique fit. So when it comes to brands, I think for me, it's about something that stands true to my personality, whether it be Only or Skechers. These are all brands that the Gen Z or the younger generation kind of follows, and they really stand for something. They stand for individuality, having a voice, and it's not just the brand, but every creative that goes out with the brand and every advertisement that goes out kind of, holds that slogan true. So I think it's just, I try to at least, as much as possible, all the brands that I'm associated with, I'd like to believe that they're an extension of my own personality, because I don't want to fake it. I act enough in movies, but if I'm selling something, I want to genuinely believe in that product, because I wouldn't think anyone else would buy it if I'm not genuinely using it.
No, sure, and that is really the reality of, I have a daughter, she's 19, and rarely have I come across in the last 4 or 5 years where she's possibly been influenced by just a pure commercial, but she's certainly been influenced by, people she follows, she looks around. So to that extent, that's certainly a superpower that you've built with the, I'm told, close to about 50 million odd sort of following between various platforms that you have. But as they say, with great power comes great responsibility. And I noticed that you have on your Instagram page a project which is called So Positive. Talk to us a little bit about that, and when did you start that?
So Positive is actually a digital social responsibility. You know how companies have CSR, this is DSR because it's digital, and it's something that I started in the first year, I think the year that my film came out in, or the year after that. So it's been about 5 years since I started it, and it kind of speaks about online social responsibility and just spreading kindness and general awareness about online bullying and social media etiquette, because I came at a time when the digital boom was really happening, and there was a lot of trolling happening, a lot of negativity, a lot of hate, not just towards me, but a lot of people around me. And I don't just mean in the entertainment industry, I mean everyone. And I felt like a lot of things change when you just start a conversation. So it actually just started with a conversation, and from there it's developed into so much more. During COVID, I spoke to 10 such people that were actually doing something good during COVID, because we were focusing so much on the negativity in the world. I felt like it was important to talk to people who were actually, impacting positively on society at that time. And now it's just kind of grown into a larger sense of kindness. So you are coming out with a lot of exciting
guys.
things.
Give it up for So Positive. Ananya, I believe one of your projects that's coming up is called Call Me Bay. Am I pronouncing it right?
Yes.
Yes. Can you share a little bit about it? In what genre does it fall, and when can we expect this?
So that's actually coming on the 6th of September. It's my first show, my OTT debut in that way. It's coming on Amazon Prime, and I don't really know what genre it would fall under, but it's kind of like fun, comedy, chick flicky, a lot of fashion, a lot of fun, a little mystery also. So yeah, it's like Clueless meets Schitt's Creek meets Nancy Drew meets Aisha meets Pooh from K3G. So yeah.
Megha and Nandini got, you got all the sort of
they got
different
the
shows,
references, they know the vibe.
Wonderful, wonderful. Apart from roles as leading ladies, that you've taken up, I noticed that, your generation is also, fairly open to taking up what used to be traditionally called as cameos only. You know, it's a role in a certain manner. So to that extent, there's a certain kind of, you know, risk that you're as well taking. In recent times, you did this cameo with a film called Bad News. You know, how was that experience for you?
So it was a lot of fun, and I feel like when it comes to cameos, you know, there's some things that you do for your craft, which is the work that I take on in the films that I'm officially a part of, and I'm one of the actors as a part of those films. And then there's some things that you do for love, and I feel like cameos is a lot to do with supporting the fraternity also. You know, these are people that you work with all the time. And you know, I grew up watching songs like Divangi, Divangi from Om Shanti Om, where you see all these actors come together, and I was like, oh, I wish I can just do like something fun like that and come on screen and, you know, excite the audience. So I'm actually living my dream. So I've been very grateful that I've done a cameo.
Is it that, or you get a call from Karan and he goes, you know, you got to do this?
I mean, imagine getting a call from Karan Johar. Who wouldn't do it? You know, honestly,
sure.
I owe
I'm just
everything
kidding.
to that man. But I got to do a song in Rocky Aur Rani with Ranveer Singh, which was amazing. It was a dream come true to be directed by Karan and be in a song with Ranveer. And then my cameo in Bad News as well. So I think it's all about love and supporting the fraternity, honestly.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I want to come back to, you know, the relevance of the, you know, we're in the 11th edition of the IAA Leadership Awards. There are 16 different categories, and right from the beginning, we recognize that the role that a brand ambassador plays is just as important in a diverse nation like ours. Now, we spoke a little bit about the 26 odd brands that you are already supporting across different industries and categories. We also find that in recent times, many of you all are also choosing to become part of those companies, almost like little quasi-entrepreneurs, because, you know, the category may resonate with, like you said, yourself. Is there anything on those lines that you've done, and do you see that as well as an opportunity for yourself, where you're not just endorsing, but you're actually becoming an equity shareholder into that business?
Of course, it isn't something that I've done yet, but there are a lot of conversations going on about that because it's so important, as I said, for people to believe that you are selling something or you want something. There's no better involvement than your own, you know, sweat that you put in. That's why a lot of actors even take up sweat equity in that way, because that actually, you know, you are actually getting direct return on something that you're putting your, you know, your effort and your time into. So there are a lot of conversations. Personally, if you ask me, a space that I'm interested in is feminine hygiene, because I feel like that is a taboo in our country. People aren't really talking about it as much yet. So that's a space that I'm interested in, kind of, you know, putting my effort and my sweat into. Yes.
Wonderful. Well, I think, you know, for me, if there are any categories that you have perhaps still showing interest in, you have an audience here of marketeers and really business leaders. I know you're supporting tourism with, I think, Singapore Tourism. Yes. There are numerous fashion brands that you're supporting, pet brands as well. Is there anything that you'd like to pitch here, that this is a category you are possibly open for?
Is there anything? One second, let me think. There's food. Am I open for food? Food. I love food. I can sell food all day long. I'll put my sweat into it. So food is open as of now. Yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that from the young lady. Ananya, we wish you all the very best. More power to you. You are certainly inspiring a young generation. Keep that up. Be true to yourself as you said you are. And on behalf of the IAA, once again, thank you. And we are privileged to have you here with us as the IAA Brand Endorser of the Year. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for that wonderful conversation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you enjoyed that. Once again, for them, please give it a big round of applause. We now look at our next set of winners, and to present these awards, I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Prashant Kumar, CEO, South Asia Group M, please join us. Ms. Neena Jaipuria, IAA Mancom member. And Mrs. Abbas Joseph, co-founder and director of Viscraft. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the applauses have gone down. Can we? Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Our next category looks at products and services that define the beauty of every home. From essentials to luxury, they can change the way our homes look and feel. Our winner in this category, with the promise of superior, sustainable, and providing great value combined with a sustained market development activity, is not just a seasoned brand, but continues to command 50% market share. So, time to take a look at the winner.
The Marketer of the Year, FMCG Home Care is Sri Nandan Sundaram, Executive Director, Home Care, Hindustan Unilever Limited.
Well, winning the award for yet another year, let us hear it for Hindustan Unilever. Congratulations. Now, our next category looks at brands that have become an integral part of our lives with their commitment to quality, efficacy, and consumer centricity, with their dedication to creating products that empower us to look and feel our best. Our winner this evening, with a vision of growing at 2x the speed of its category, has grown with a delta growth of 17% and one of the highest CAGR in the category at 11%. Time to take a look at the winner.
The Marketer of the Year, FMCG Personal Care is Saloni Shah, Chief Digital and Marketing Officer, L'Oreal India.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for L'Oreal. Well, congratulations to the winner. They're not present here. And thank you so much to our presenters to join us here. Before we move to our other awards of the evening, it's time to thank those who form an integral part of our show tonight. And to do that, let me invite on stage Mr. Jaideep Gandhi, Honorary Treasurer, IAA India Chapter, and founder, Another Idea, along with, hey, I like that call out. Okay, also, I'd like to invite Mr. Rajiv Berotra, IAA Mancom member and executive director, and Hindustan Media Ventures Limited. This evening would have not been possible without our partners, our pillars of support. So let us have a huge round of applause for our celebration partner, Johnny Walker Refreshing Mixer. Let's have a look at the AV.
I ain't gonna go my way.
Keep walking.
May I please request Mr. Sandeep Sharma, Senior General Manager, West Diageo, to please join us on stage. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for our celebration partner. out right now, but with that, it's time to move to our next. Our co-partner this evening is a brand at the core of India with a rich legacy of over 150 years. Across diverse industries, it has played a pivotal role in shaping the nation's economic landscape. Let us have a look.
काफी बड़ा परिवार है मेरा, यही संसार है मेरा। हर दिन मेरी कोशिश है इसे हरा भरा रखने की, कुछ कोशिश घर को मजबूत बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश घर को जीता जागता बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश बड़ों की सेवा की, कुछ कोशिश छोटों को बड़ा बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश नई दिशाएं दिखाने की, कुछ कोशिश उत्साह जगाने की। देश नाम है मेरे संसार का, इंडिया नाम है मेरे परिवार का। टाटा, कोशिश जिम्मेदारी निभाने की।
May I please request Jaya Sabkale, Deputy General Manager, Brand Corporate Brand and Marketing, Tata Group. A huge round of applause for our co-partner, Tata Group, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, our associate partner this evening excels in digital marketing, offering tailored advertising solutions and impeccable market research. With a strong focus on ROI, they drive brand growth and help publishers monetize traffic. They create a mutually beneficial ecosystem for both advertisers and publishers. Let's take a closer look at their journey. Please request Delphin Burgess, co-founder, Chief Revenue Officer at County. A huge round of applause for our associate partner at County Media. Request you to please stay back. Right. Our supporting partner for this evening ensures that all of us stay on time and ahead of it. They also have our fashion game on point, but tonight they have a different story to tell. Let us take a look.
पहले मुझे प्यास नहीं लगती थी, सुबह 10 किलोमीटर की चढ़ाई के बाद भी नहीं। पहले मुझे प्यास नहीं लगती थी क्योंकि मुझसे पहले इनको पानी पिलाना जरूरी था। पहले मुझे प्यास नहीं लगती थी, घर का काम पूरा करने के बाद भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुझसे ज़्यादा घर चलाना जरूरी था। पहले मुझे प्यास।
हाँ जी, नमस्ते जी, मैं हिमुथान से आया हूँ। तो ये कुछ कागज हैं जो भी हम आपके हितों और आपके कैचमेंट
आज हम 10 किलोमीटर की चढ़ाई नहीं करते, घर के काम में समझौता भी नहीं करते, फसल की चिंता भी नहीं करते, और आज जब हमें प्यास लगती है तो हम अपने आप से झूठ भी नहीं बोलते।
Titan supports Himuthan Spring Shed Management Initiative, where women across 60 villages in Uttarakhand's Tehri district have constructed trenches to raise groundwater levels.
May I please request Mr. Karunesh Kumar, Regional Business Development Head, Titan, to please join us on stage, along with Ms. Nupur Borwankar, Region Head, People Function, Titan, to please join us on stage. Give them a very big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. A supporting partner, Titan. Thank you so much. And now, to arrive at the winners of this evening, there is a team that dedicatedly works to provide our jury with wide-ranging qualitative and quantitative databases, parameters, and criteria. With a huge round of applause, welcome on stage our representing knowledge partner. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, Shrikant Shinoy and Chirag Maheshwari from Lodestar UM. So much, and thank you to our presenters for joining us. Thank you. Now, helping us reach the industry and our audiences are our web media partners. So let's one more time have a big round of applause for our print media partner, HT Media, and our web media partners, Ad Gully, Bollywood Hungama, Manifest, Media Brief, Media News for You, MXM India, and India Television. Thank you so much for your support. And now, to present the next award, let me invite on stage our jury chairperson, Mr. Nader Godrej, Chairman and Managing Director, Godrej Industries Limited, and Chairperson, Godrej Agrovet Limited. Srinivasan Swami, AFAA Chairperson and Chairman and MD, RK Swami Limited. So please do the honor of coming on stage. And Nandini Dias, Chairperson, IAA Leadership Awards. Please join us on stage. Our next category shines a spotlight on those who bring news and stories to our screens with authority and charm. They have become trusted sources of information, connecting with the viewers and providing clarity on complex issues. Let us have a look at the winner.
The IAA TV Anchor of the Year is Anand Narsimham from News 18.
Taking the right stand always, let us hear it for Anand Narsimha, our IAA TV Anchor of the Year. Mr. Narsimha, we would love to hear from you.
Thank you. Hi, you can call me Anand. Namaste and Jai Hind, everybody. In this audience, I have friends who've been friends for more than 2.5 decades now, because of whom I am living my passion, I'm living my dream job. PK there knows that. Prashant Kumar of Group M, there are so many others. Had they not voted, had they not rooted for me, I wouldn't have been here. There are people who I admire, who are there. There's a person who's just inspired me today, standing right next to me as chairperson of the jury. To all the jury members, my thank you to all of you. And only humble request. This has been a fantastic year for us at News 18. On election day, 4th of June, the highest viewership for English news television was recorded. And our channel, our broadcast had 42% of that share. It's a proud moment for us because we thought we TV guys are going to be obsolete in this digital world. So that's not happening. But that's one point. For me, I think what matters is that we all think about what's in it for me, what's in it for my company, or what's in it for overall, our own selfish interests. If this collective leadership here and minds here, this pool, can start thinking what's in it for India, I think we will be a developed nation by 2047. Let's all do that together. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Leaving us all with a powerful message. Thank you so much, Anand. And congratulations one more time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next category honors those minds behind the headlines and stories that shape our understanding of the world. This award recognizes those who have demonstrated exceptional leadership, editorial vision, and a commitment to journalistic excellence, curating impactful content that informs and inspires. Let's celebrate those who skillfully navigate the fast-paced world of news and storytelling. Let us have a look at the winner.
The IAA Editor of the Year is Ravi Krishnam from Mint.
Give it up for Ravi Krishnan, editor of The Mint. Sir, we'd love to hear from you.
Thanks. Thanks for bestowing me with this honor. I think it's a recognition of Mint's efforts to deliver accurate, unbiased, and insightful news. So it's not about me. I think this is an honor for our entire team. I'm deeply grateful to be leading a team of dedicated journalists. Without whose commitment to editorial integrity, this wouldn't be possible. Mint would not have the name that it has. And also, above all, I think I should thank our readers, whose trust it is my privilege to maintain. I want to continue doing that. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Well, request you to please stay back. All right, for our next award, I'd request Mr. Nader to please stay back, and thank you, Nandini and Mrs. Swami, for joining us here. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, moving on next to present this award, I'd like to invite Mr. Avinash Pandey, President IAA India Chapter. Also joining him, Mr. Ramesh Narayan, past President IAA India Chapter and founder Canco Advertising Private Limited. Quickly, before we move to this award, I want to check the energy over here. Can we once again give an applause for our presenters here? Yes! Yay, we're doing good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to a special category called Force for Good. The IAA has always believed that communication can be a real force for good. But apart from that, we are truly blessed to have as our members individuals who, through their selfless acts, become a powerful force for societal good. This award is for such exceptional people. And the award goes to an individual who has been the president of Hindu Mission Hospital, a non-for-profit institution since 1996. It takes care of 6 lakh patients annually, mostly underprivileged patients. Healthcare apart. Yeah, we can always applaud in the center. Come on, yes. Healthcare apart, he heads 2 school societies and is active in running 7 schools for 6,000 students between them. One city school is an all-girls school without tuition fees. This school also runs a unique Future Leaders program for promising girls with the society, providing full financial support and mentorship to identified girls to pursue their chosen career to become a doctor, IAS officer, or a scientist, etc. He also helps run a totally free residential Vedic Pathshala in Chennai, where not only Vedic scriptures are imparted, but the students are taught mathematics, English, Sanskrit, Tamil, and the use of computers. As a philanthropist, his family have helped build 2 school auditoria, Anandanam complex, an experiential learning center, and have supported several other religious, educational, and healthcare causes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're very intrigued now. Let us have a look.
The IAA Force for Good Award is presented to Srinivasan K. Swami from R.K. Swami.
Ladies and gentlemen, a bigger round of applause for Mr. Srinivasan K. Swami. IAA Force for Good. Mrs. Swami, request you to please say a few words.
Thank you, friends, for doing this honor. Several years ago, my father said, it's always good to give something back to society. And it's not just the words that we use to give back to society. When there's no CSR, 2.5% or whatever, he said at least we should give away 5% of our profits for the good of the society. I think that has been something that we imbibed in our family. And We don't stop at 5%. It depends on the cause that we need to support. If the support cause is good, we are more generous. The cause is required to be supported. And I'm happy that whatever we've been doing the last 3-4 decades has finally found some recognition. So thank you very much. I do hope that we will have the energy and the money to support more causes. Thank you.
So we wish you more and more power for the future. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Mrs. Swami. With that, thank you to our presenters for joining us here. Thank you. And now, for the big one of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the biggest honor that the IAA bestows in India. So I'd like to request Mr. Avinash Pandey, President IAA India Chapter, to please join us on stage, along with Ms. Nandini Dias, Chairperson IAA Leadership Awards, to please join us on stage, along with all the past presidents of the IAA India Chapter, to please join us. Now, before I move forward, you guys look wonderful on stage. Are we ready? Can I get the energy from you? Every year we get set for this award. Yes? Ladies and gentlemen, yes. This award is the highest award the IAA bestows in India. Tonight, it is reserved for an exceptional creative genius. In the realm of Indian advertising, few have left a mark as profound as tonight's Hall of Fame recipient. This individual has been a trailblazer in the industry, transforming the landscape with iconic campaigns that have redefined brand communication. With a visionary approach and exceptional creativity, he has led one of the country's most influential agencies to unprecedented heights. His campaigns, celebrated for their cultural resonance and innovation, have set new standards and inspired countless professionals in the field. Recognized globally and celebrated for his leadership and thought leadership, he has made an indelible impact on the advertising world. Join us as we honor this remarkable figure whose legacy continues to shape the future of advertising. Let us have a look.
We are proud to induct into the IAA Hall of Fame Piyush Pandey.
Woo! Give it up, give it up! Joining the group of extraordinary leaders in the IAA Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, keep making those applauses as we welcome on stage Mr. Piyush Pandey. One more time. Give it up. Well, the love and appreciation of IAA for Mr. Pandey can be summed up in the IAA Hall of Fame citation, requesting Avinash Pandey, sir, to please join me.
Well, first of all, I'm Avinash Pandey and not related with Piyush Pandey. Must the declaration? Of course, yes. So the India chapter of International Advertising Association is proud to induct Piyush Pandey into its Hall of Fame. for being the flag bearer of creativity in Indian advertising over several decades, for his huge contribution to building memorable brands, for putting Indian advertising on the world stage with his Hall of International Awards and accolades, for bringing pride to the advertising industry with his Padma Shri Award, for bringing respect to the industry with the many meaningful and effective public service campaign he created, for never saying no if asked to step up to help an industry cause, and for the pandemonium he created with his writings. The other Pandes are sitting there. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we need to celebrate this moment. It's big. Come on. Presenters and past presidents for joining us here. Mr. Piyush Pandey, please join us. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, it is overwhelming always. The best place to be recognized actually happens to be your home ground. I've been recognized abroad, but it doesn't feel as good as what it feels in your home ground, with people around you that you have grown up with. Some people out here who were not born when you started. So it's quite a good feeling. It's a huge range. And I have to thank all those people who trained me, who gave me opportunities, like my clients and my own colleagues who made me look good. Like one did this evening, that's Hepsiva Pathak, who's worked with me for 28 years. And there are a number of firsts today. First of all, I felt very good when somebody announced that I am the 11th person to be rewarded this or recognized for this. All my life I was very, very concerned. Being a cricketer, yaar 11 mein aa jaun. So today I was not 12th man, but I still look forward to cheering for the 12th man next year. There are also a number of firsts today. In this hall is my sister and brother-in-law, who gave me my first roof in Bombay, without which I would not be here. And hiding somewhere, I can see her now, is Swati Bansali, my first boss, that she didn't sack me in the first year. And it really feels good that all of you are here. Really feels good that you give me Hall of Fame, and tomorrow morning I'll get up and write my next ad. Feels good. So thank you so much. Thank you for... first, before I forget, I want to congratulate all those leaders who won wonderful awards this evening. And you are inspiring a lot of people, including me out here. So please keep doing great work on your brands, and right up to the Swamis who are doing great work for social service, educating people. So keep doing great work. As someone said this evening about make India look good. I think you are making India look good, and you will make India look good, and all of us will make India look good. Thank you so much. Good night to you.
Congratulations, and thank you so much, Mr. Piyush Pandey. While we are all standing for for this ovation. Can we keep the applauses even more louder? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. This is big indeed. Well, I'd now like to request the Ogilvy team and Mr. Piyush Pandey to please join us on stage right now for a group photograph. Yeah, let's immortalize this moment even more. Mr. Piyush Pandey and the Ogilvy team join us on stage for a group photograph. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more award to go, and a very special award as well. Do not leave us, don't go anywhere. This is not the final award. While we take this group photograph, the evening is not over. We have one more final award to go. Oh, that's nice. Ex-Ogilvy, yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, time to celebrate the team on stage. Come on, let's make some noise, yeah. Woohoo! I'm adding to it. Requesting all of you to please take your seats. Let's take our seats right now. We have one more award to go. Once again, requesting everyone to please take your seats. Moving to the next part of our evening. Take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. The celebration continues. Once again, requesting all of you to please take your seats. While we wait for our last award, ladies and gentlemen, we have a few more minutes before we do that, and I'd like to come down and talk to some exceptional leaders among us and know something very important, that what is, yes, Nandini? Yes, that's the first question, and I'd go to you for that. Our jury, who better than our jury member to answer that? So, I'd like to know that in a leader, what are those qualities that we look at as a jury? What is that quality that you look at?
I won't know, you have to ask Nandini, she chose us. As simple as that.
But you got to give me at least 3 qualities. Come on, I've come to you for that.
I think to be rational, to be seeing the merit of all the people or the companies which are being presented, and I think to see the vision of whatever is being presented of the winners, that they can make a difference to the society, not just for that 1 year.
Thank you so much. That indeed is right. I want to come to Nader sir as well. So what about you? What do you think is those exceptional qualities a leader must have? I'm going to come this side.
A leader must have a purpose, and the purpose should be bigger than business. And leader must carry everyone with him. Leader can't do things alone. The team is very important. And a leader should be a force for good.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Have you ever noticed when Nader sir speaks, he speaks with this brightest smile that can brighten your day? Thank you so much. Please give it up for sir. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we've arrived to our final award this evening. While I was in the audience, I don't know why I heard Toba Toba going on in my head. I heard a lot of you say that. But either ways, ladies and gentlemen, let me now invite on stage our presenters, Mr. Avinash Pandey, President IAA India Chapter, Ms. Nandini Dias, Chairperson IAA Leadership Awards 2024, Mr. Neeraj Roy, Jury Member and Founder and Managing Director, Hangama Digital Media Entertainment Limited, well, tonight we celebrate a brand endorser whose impact is nothing short of extraordinary. Someone whose charisma and appeal has left us all saying, Tauba, Tauba. Yes, he has captivated hearts and minds with an exceptional ability to bring brands to life, elevating them to altogether new levels of recognition and resonance. Ladies and gentlemen, let us have a look.
The IAA Brand Endorser of the Year is Vicky Kaushal.
मतलब तूने स्टार्टर वहां खाया और मेन कोर्स मेरे साथ किया? वो टाइगर हूं मैं। हुस्न तेरा तौबा 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 कर नहीं सकता या करूंगा नहीं। काबिलियत और नीयत का फर्क है। सॉरी सहमत, घर वाले भूल जाते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान तुम्हारा वतन है। जिद है मेरी दर्द चीर के निकल चुका, मौका मिले तो करूं मैं ये दोबारा। जुनू की आंख में उबलती मेरी जग्गा जिते ते मिलन बधाइयां जग्गा जिते
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear a huge round of applause for the fabulous Vicky Kaushal.
हुस्न तेरा तौबा 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 हुस्न तेरा तौबा 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 तौबा
Come on, isn't he looking amazing, everybody? Roy, please stay back. Hello. A very warm welcome, firstly, Vicky. I wanted to do this always, which I never had a chance to do, is ask you, how's the Josh?
Hi, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the temperature right now on this stage has gotten much hotter. And with that, I'm going to lead the stage to Mr. Roy and Vicky. Thank you so much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, please give it up for them.
Please have a seat.
Thank you. Thank you for this, and good evening, everybody. Thank you.
Good evening, Vicky. I wish, just a few minutes before, we were privileged to have with us one of our colleagues whom, so the IAA each year across 16 different industry categories gives recognition as the leaders across each of those categories. We also recognize, contributions from the TV Anchor of the Year, the Media Person of the Year, and one of our most special awards, and you're also privileged to have that gentleman here with us. If I may get everyone's one big round of applause again for our very own, our superstar, Piyush Pandey. So, Vicky, thank you for being with us. How many of you know that he started his career about 12 years ago, whilst fame, in a way, started coming probably about 5 or 6 years later, but I didn't know this. But I'm told that, your career was actually behind the camera, as in Gangs of Wasipur, you were as AD in that. And then I think Major Iqbal, Razi, we go on to the fabulous role that you played of Kamli in Sanju. And then, of course, the most amazing transformation of, I suppose, at that time, your career, the role that you played in Uri. So walk us through first about those first few years leading to, that kind of recognition that came your way, and of course, you're continuing that entire journey forward.
Firstly, good evening, everybody, and I would really like to thank all the jury members of IAA to really honor me with this award. I just got to know that I'm the 11th person to receive this award, so I feel truly humbled and honored. Thank you so much. To answer your question, I really don't know where to start from. I remember when I was studying my engineering, I passed out in 2009. I was pursuing my electronics and telecommunications engineer, and if anybody would ask me, till my second year of college, if anybody would ask me what's your future, I would always say, I would do my post-graduation and I'll do my MBA and I'll pursue some job in engineering, because that's what everybody was around me was saying. Till they took me for an industrial visit to show us what the future was like. When you graduate and when you pass out from college, this is what a work culture is of being an engineer. And I went there and I knew this can't be me. This is just not me, because there's something I could not relate to. So my journey of being an actor started from the thought that, okay, I am very clear of what I don't want to do in life. So what do I want to do in life? And till that point, I was very active on stage, be it doing plays or be it being part of inter-college dance competitions or, stuff like that. So I was like, okay, you know what? I love performing for an audience, so why not this? But at that time, I did not have the confidence to tell it to even myself that I want to be an actor, because at that time, actor कोई नहीं बनता था, hero होते थे, जो launch होते थे सीधे. तो मैंने अपनी शक्ल सूरत देखी आईने में, मैंने कहा यार तू कहाँ हीरो बनेगा यार. So I didn't have the confidence to say that to even myself, but I knew that I can't do anything else. I can't do a 9-to-5 job. I might land up in front of a computer, do a desk job, but I won't be a happy person. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's just pursue happiness is what got me started in wanting to become an actor. Success was far off. How would I even look will anybody even give me a job as an actor or make me a hero was just a very far off thought. It was my first thought was I just want to pursue happiness. And that's how I started to decided to become an actor. And one thing led to the other from 2009. But like you said, in 2010, my journey started off by being an assistant director to Anurag Kashyap sir on Gangs of Wasipur. And that, I think, was my learning, was set the foundation right in terms of the kind of actors I got to interact with. I saw how a film gets made, which is made on very limited resources, on a limited budget, without any vanity. So I think when your start is right, when your foundation is right, I think my learning steps were at the right place with the right people, and then one thing led to the other.
That's wonderful, Vicky. And I think the most important sort of lesson is that you pursued happiness. And that's really what's gotten you here. So these days we're in the world of ChatGPT and all of that. And I'm not sort of, for me, this sort of conversation is also not something that's the ordinary, as it were. So I asked ChatGPT, I said, give me 5 words to describe Vicky Kaushal. And within a second, I got versatile, charismatic, dedicated, humble, and talented.
Sir, I don't know about any other product, but I'm going to endorse ChatGPT from now on. That much I know for sure.
No, I think it shows because, like we said, I think the first 5-6 years in this is a difficult industry, and success doesn't come so easily. But I think the fact that you were rooted, you were driven by a passion and a sort of a more simpler pursuit, as it were. But once you started getting success, what I found unique is truly, like ChatGPT itself said, the versatility of roles that you've taken up. And one of the most fascinating ones in that has been your film last year, which, of doing Sam Bahadur. I think not only was that a film which became a commercial success, but to play a role of a person for whom there are references as well that are prevalent. I mean, there are interviews of this person who's there. What went through that process for you to try and be as true to what you were looking to sort of give to the director, and at the same time bring out your own unique blend in the acting process?
I always say that playing Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw was the toughest role I have done till date. Because, see, there's a thing about playing an army officer, and then there's a thing about playing an army officer whom the army considers as a legend. It's a huge responsibility. I've grown up to hearing stories about Sam sir from my parents, because my mom and dad both were in Punjab when the 71 war broke out. So they used to tell me stories about, कि हम यहाँ कमरे में अंधेरा करके store room में पढ़ाई करते थे, candle जला के, क्योंकि war छिड़ गई थी, और we used to wait for Sam sir's instructions to come on the radio and all of that. So to be growing up hearing somebody's stories as heroes and then to be given that opportunity of playing him, it's just a huge responsibility. So that would be very, very nerve-wracking for me. But I was very happy and I was very lucky to be in the able hands of Meghna Gulzar, who directed the film, because she is so meticulous and so hard-working. Like, I always kept telling her that I really wanted to beat you at being the hardest working person on set, every day on set, but I would lose every day because she's so good. And she was so dedicated, and she revered Sam Manekshaw sir. She was in love, as we all are. So I think I was in able hands, and there was obviously a lot of prep that went into studying him, getting to know his family, and through his family getting to know him. And like the other day, Maya, who's his daughter, she messaged me after seeing Tauba Tauba, the song. She's like, who's this guy? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, 5 months back you made me believe you're my father. You can't be doing this now. I mean, that's my job, but that's like the biggest compliment for me.
It is. It indeed.
So it was a big responsibility to understand everything, but I think it's a team effort at the end of the day. Without those costumes, without people helping you in terms of understanding the body language, putting on that dialect, a director helping you and a writer helping you with the right text and execution, it's all incomplete. So it was all a team effort, and I'm really glad that the army approved of it, the people who watched the film approved of it, and yeah, we feel really good about it.
Wonderful. Give it up for that. So, from a person who was, as you said, hesitant about "mere ko dekhega kaun," to now having a range of roles. You're only 36. The world is your oyster. There's still lots to go. But now you have this added responsibility of almost a dozen odd brands as well, who have trusting you, trusting the persona. And in the world we live in today, India is a market which is diverse, but at multiple levels. There is an entire aspect of what your image is as well, and what you can portray that. And if it's done right, the right combination can really be magical. Talk to us a little bit about the choices you've made on some of these brands. Were there conflicts at any time? Have they been, and I know, hopefully over the next couple of years when you come back, you'll have 30, 40 of them that you're endorsing. But with a dozen, it's already quite a bit. So give the audience a little sense of how you've gone about making those choices.
While growing up and while coming into this industry, my parents always kept saying one thing, because there would always be this chatter about image, about how would you be perceived by the audience, by the people in the industry to give you work. And my parents kept saying that, beta tu agar niyat saaf rakhega na, image, sab kuch संभाल लेता है, वो ऊपर वाला सब संभाल लेता है, if you have the right intention and if you keep working hard. So I think that's where I focus on, and whenever I'm taking up a brand, and that's what I offer. When a brand reaches out to me, मैं ये कहता हूँ कि यार देखो मैं grow कर रहा हूँ, मैं कोई तुरम खान नहीं हूँ, मैं grow करूँगा, and I will try my best for us to grow together. The only thing I'm looking for is कि यार नीयत साफ है कि नहीं. That's because that's the only thing which is in my control when it comes to my career and my job, because career सबका ऊपर नीचे होता है. I won't be the last person or the first person जिसको downfall आएगा या जिसने success देखी होगी, वो सबकी life में आना है. So I can't promise you anything. Like, if we come together on this journey, we both will see rises and falls and everything. But let's move ahead and go ahead with the right intention. Your individual journey is going to be to focus on the quality of work, and that's going to be my individual journey to focus on my quality of work. But together we might just join hands and bring that saaf niyat to the audiences, and they will probably accept me as a commodity and you as a commodity together. So that's what I'm looking for, because that's what I offer from my end. So that's
very, very well said. So niyat sach honi chahiye, niyat sahi honi chahiye. And I think in many ways, when you look at the relationship between brands and consumers, it starts with that. One of our sponsors and those one of the brands which have supported this cause, the IAA Leadership Awards, is the Tata Group. And it is one of the finest examples of where trust goes. Our jury chair, Mr. Nadir Godrej, again an institution which is built on a trust in a certain manner. And I think you said this very rightly, because it kind of leads me to the next question, Vicky, which is that, see, today so much is driven by communities on social media. Your fans, they are following you, they see you as a role model, and I believe at times there is over-scrutiny as well. There is too much of the pap culture and everything. They're following you in every way. I wish we were able to segregate the private lives versus this. But the fact is, you're a public figure, and therefore, to a great extent, that inquisition is perhaps apt as well. How do you try and balance that responsibility? Like, when you have a brand. So one way you said, if I grow, you will grow. But has there been an instance कि कुछ आया आपके पास and you said कि नहीं यार ये नहीं जमता है, I let this go, as it were. Or you feel that this is still a stage that you are open to picking up different categories that were there?
What I can remember is at one point there was a brand that came and I had said yes to the brand, which was a surrogate of a gutka company. And it's no opinion to the people who are doing it, or because if you have a commodity, you have every right to market it. But at that time, I remember I had just finished shooting this film called Sardar Udham, which is based on our revolutionary Shaheed Sardar Udham Singh ji. And that film was coming up. And I remember just a week before shooting the campaign with them, I don't know, it was kind of a thought that came in that, you know what, in a few months, this film is going to come out. And I'm going to be asking the audience to believe that I am Shaheed Sardar Udham Singh ji. I can't be promoting which are against their beliefs. So I'll have to choose one. I can either ask them to believe that I believe in the values of Shaheed Sardar Udham Singh ji, or I can do something which that community would not approve of. So, and that's when I reached out to the brand and I said that, you know what, I'm sorry I won't be able to do it because of this reason. And they were really, really sweet to understand that. And they completely respected that thought. And, all parties involved were agreeing to that thought. So it's happened on that level because, like I said, it's no opinion on the people who are doing it because, it's just how things are. But yeah, this was one instance.
No, but I think in a commercial world, the ability to first, for you, what you're really saying is that I'm putting the audience at the center. That is your place of worship. And for a brand as well, at the end of the day, the brand says it in a different way. It is the consumer at the center. And really, the consumer and the audience are really one and the same. The different means of communicating into them. And I think to that extent, to have that kind of maturity, both, as you said, with the brand partner, as well as for you to be thinking that is an area. I can see a sense of sort of sincerity, even in the way you describe that, as it were. So, Vicky, that's wonderful. Coming back, this is a gathering largely made up of, as I said, about 16, 20 different industry leaders and categories across. Talk to us briefly about, after bad news, what more good news is coming your way? What are projects that you are perhaps working towards? And secondly, talk to them, what are what are categories that you resonate with in your persona? Perhaps there could be a brand endorsement that follows up from this evening. Yeah.
Firstly, to answer first part of your question, after bad news, my next film is called Chhawa, which is going to come out this year. It's based on the life of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, who was the son of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So again, a huge responsibility. It's directed by Lakshman Uttekar sir and produced by Dinesh Vijan, who's got Maddock Productions. So a great team coming together to tell a great story. So fingers crossed on that.
When is this film?
They're still locking the release date, but it's going to be most probably this year. And the second part of the question, to be very honest, I can't choose industries because, to be very honest, this is a very nervous setup for me because मुझे लगता है यार यहाँ तो मैं बहुत छोटा इंसान हूँ, बड़े-बड़े लोग बैठे हुए हैं यहाँ, तो it's really up to the industries to see if I fit the bill or not. But I'm no one to choose anybody.
I don't mean to put you on the spot. I think you're a gentleman, and we'll leave it at that. But I believe this audience, which has been sort of fairly energized all throughout, is perhaps missing one last dose, as it were. So, are we all wanting to hear from Vicky? Huh? Are we wanting to? I think they want to hear how is. Yes, please. You want to see? Okay, do we have Thoba Thoba guys? Huh? We do? Huh? Okay. Can we get one that please? Come on, okay.
Okay.
All right, guys.
I just hope I don't slip
Hit
in
it.
the shoes.
हुस्न तेरा तौबा 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 औ ले लिया कुड़ी ने दिल साडा हाले थोड़ा साफ जा नहीं लगदा इरादा बुत बाड़ी लंबी नहीं रखी है मुट्टे यार ने है दिखदा
Well, wasn't that an amazing moment? Please, everybody, give it up for Vicky Kaushal, Mr. Roy, and Megha Tata. Well, wasn't that an amazing session? Yes? As we wrap up today's amazing day, we hope to see you join us for the India Awards on 22nd August. Do RSVP and reach out to the IAA team for your confirmation. And before we hear it for our partners tonight, I'd like to request all of you to join us as we applaud for our partners, our sponsors. Celebration partner, Johnny Walker Refreshing Mixer. Co-partner, Tata Group. Associate partner, Ad County Media. Supporting partner, Titan. Knowledge partner, Lodestar UM. Print media partner, HT Media. And web media partners, Ad Gully, Bollywood Hangama, Manifest, Media Brief, Media News for You, MXM India, and India Television. Thank you everyone for being a lovely audience, and as it is, this is my 4th year being at the IAA Leadership Awards. Thank you everybody. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.